Lyeford is a small rural town located in West Virginia, United States. Established in 1717 by William Lyeford, the town was never large nor wealthy and sustained itself primarily on the fishing business situated at Lyeford Lake. The town was, and remains today, an unincorporated community, several miles from any other town. The town is surrounded by dense Virginian pine forest and is noted for its isolated location and closeted community. The most recent census conducted in the area in 1990 indicated that the population was around 700 people, 37.7% of which were below the poverty line. Lyeford is infamous for its dark history and supposed curse. The town was struck with frequent tragedy from its earliest days when a local man known as Mad Jack massacred 13 townsfolk, wearing a dog's face as a mask. He was never caught after escaping into the surrounding woods. A small factory and oil drill built in Lyeford in the 1830s burned to the ground in 1840. Smog and ground chemicals produced by the factory killed off much of the surrounding forest, poisoned the water, and all but destroyed the fish life, devastating Lyeford's economy. By the early 1900s, the town already slumped into depression and became largely forgotten, even being unintentionally excluded from American maps. The land Lyeford was built on was never a long-term habitat for any Native American tribe. The dense forest was sometimes used for hunting, but this practice was only in the most desperate of times. Water from the lake was not to be consumed, according to native lore, due to the water spirits inhabiting the flooded cave system beneath the lake. Why the area of land was so revered is an enigma, as it offered fertile ground, food, and water. When speaking to the local Native American tribes, William Lyeford was told that the area was perceived as a circular shape across the land. Years earlier, it appeared a circle around the circumference of the cursed place had been etched into the earth by another tribe. The etched circle remains visible today. Within the circle were the lake, a large exposed expanse of forest, a stretch of marshland east of the lake, and a burnt-out clearing in the woods. The forest itself had a name, translated by Lyeford as the Trinity Woods, but no explanation was offered as to how it got its name. Furthermore, nothing else within the circle was given a name by the local peoples. The burned-out clearing, in which no living plant has ever grown through the blackened soil, was to be the place of an important grim event in Lyeford's history. In 1718, the construction of William Lyeford's home was completed. After several unfortunate accidents resulting in the death of two builders, at its time, the largest home in town, it was a place avoided by the locals due to the tragic case of William's youngest daughter, Lily, age 13, who went missing in the Trinity Woods for almost a month. She was found in the clearing, severely bruised and covered in blood. With much difficulty could she speak at all to the young men who came across her by chance. When first discovered, it is known that she mentioned a circle of light before becoming unconscious. The clearing had been searched many times before Lily was discovered there, and her enigmatic words caused tension in the small community. When at home, she took the upstairs room of the house as her own. It would be in this room that she spent the rest of her days, having contracted a totally unknown disease which caused bleeding skin lesions to come and go, hair loss, and mental deterioration. The only people to ever see Lily again during her time in her room were her father and older sister, Lydia, age 16, as well as many doctors from all over the United States, called in privately and discreetly. None were able to help, and inhuman screams from the Lyeford house were heard regularly for many years by townsfolk. Many believed that Lily was possessed, and speaking of her in public, especially near William Lyeford, was taboo. William himself never mentioned his other daughter, as the townfolks called her, again. Lily died in 1740, days before her father, but Lydia, who inherited the house, claimed to continue seeing her and hearing her sister frequently in the house. Sometimes she would walk past the horrible room and glimpse Lily's grotesque bald face staring up at her from the supposed empty bed. She refused to enter the room herself, and guests who did always report feeling a presence in the room. The ghost of Lily Lyeford eventually became too much for Lydia, and after less than a year alone, she refused to enter the house. She eventually left Lyeford altogether with her husband, years later. From then on, the house remained empty, yet the screaming from upstairs room carried on, and almost every night in 1780, Lyeford became the setting of the Mac Jack murders.